approved, so.
So what are you gonna, so what did you do with it now? Did you give it to Tinky to have him type it up? Cause that deed still needs to be done.
Yeah, I got a call, I called Tinty about it, but, I gotta find the bylaws for the industrial park, so, because, what that $715 was for I's deed, they must have did all the research and everything on that, which wasn't, supposed to be done. He was just supposed to make a deed.
That's
You know,
all, that's,
Listen, I'll explain it to you. So anyway, like I had said before, if you've made a mistake, you pay.
what does that have to do with Jamie Malone? Jamie Malone needs his
He needs
deed
his
done.
deed.
Right,
And that bill was only $400,
Yeah.
and you had it
so,
ripped up.
but you
So we
can't,
need to have that taken care of. It's a separate issue, Ray. It's
okay.
not, it's got nothing to do with Brenton. It's a separate issue. That's water over the dam.
okay, will you calm down? Otherwise, I'm leaving. I'm not gonna listen to this.
Shit.
Okay, so anyway, Jamie Malone, he got different rules than I has, and the Dugries, there are 3 different rules in there.
No, there isn't,
No,
they're the
they're
same.
Listen,
I'm at the meetings.
listen, I just want to explain what it
I'm
is.
explaining it, but
Yeah, so that's why, so I gotta give it to Burkhart, we're gonna do it right, you know? We didn't have to pay Burkhart, he didn't want nothing. He said just throw the thing away, so that's what I'm, you know?
but just make sure it has the right of refusal and reverter clause in that deed, or we're not gonna pass it here at the table. It's not in there, so.
Mark, you never seen it, did you?
I am telling you what Darlene said to make sure these are on the deed. That's why we couldn't take your land back, because reverter clause wasn't in it. It has to be on there. If he does not do what he says he's gonna do, then the land goes back within a year.
It used to be that if you improved it, that's good enough.
No, that's not what it reads. You have to read the bylaws, so then you'll
Yeah.
know.
I started the EDC, I was one of the guys that worked on it. Okay, but I'm not gonna argue
I'm
with
not
you.
gonna argue either, because
Okay.
that has to be in
So
there.
where did we go from there?
We haven't approved the minutes or the treasurer's report yet.
Well, I said that, let's do that. But put it as filed, not that we approved it as filed. That's,
I make a motion, we accept the treasurer's report
I'll second that.
And the minutes.
and the minutes.
Second that too.
All in
Okay.
favor, say aye.
Aye.
we got all business here. Hey, can you have it? Oh, you got 2 pens? Can I
Yeah.
have one? Burkhart business, got that done. The delinquent sewer bill. Chad, did you send her, I got a bill that was in my box, did you send her one for a whole year or just for 1 month?
That's their balance that they owe
Yeah.
right now.
So Willie, you wanna say what she said?
What he said.
Well, anyway, so we went there and she said, well,
He
if
had-
Chad would send us a
Ray,
bill for every,
Ray, it was Mister.
huh?
It was the Mister that we spoke with.
Yeah, well, anyway, he said if Chad would send him a bill every month, he'll start paying the bill. And then we go back and
I'm
forth.
not placing the blame all on
Just-
Chad.
yeah. No,
Chad has
no.
nothing to
Would
do
you,
with this.
would you let me talk, please? I'm not blaming Chad. He said if Chad would send him a bill every month, that he would pay for it. And Willie said that she'd get a bill and she'd hand deliver him one for 2 months too, so make sure she got it. I'm not blaming you, Chad, you know. And so anyway, we got into the talk and he kicked us off the property.
Really?
So that's how that went. It wasn't Chad's fault, but he's.
No, I
yeah,
apologize, I took
You know,
it the other way.
That should be an indication that he's not gonna pay,
Well, and
period.
that's
well, he
just
wants
it.
a bill every month, so we send him a bill every month.
Well, I can send them a
Yeah.
statement every month. I can do
Don't
that.
everybody
And then
get a
give him one
statement
to
every
Willie.
Not the annual
Willie
customers.
said she'll bring it there for 2 months, not me. I'm not going there no more. The guy is not very,
When someone, and now especially that stamps are gonna be going up to 73 cents next month, if someone is not gonna pay, and I know that, they go on the annual plan, I'm not sending them an invoice every month. Cause it's a waste of town taxpayers' money to do that.
Did he ever pay the bill? Was
Not
he-
since 2012,
Okay, but at that time, was he on the monthly or the yearly plan?
he was on the monthly at the time that, when they were
Yeah.
paying. Yeah.
He blames everybody, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we
Since
just
it went
listened
over
and then
to
finally
the
he threw us off the
exemptions,
property, get out of here.
That's when it all stopped.
Well, he
So-
was angry
Because we
because
would add them to the
essentially,
winter bills.
we told him,
And they don't
you
get a
are
bill, so-
responsible
He's
for
not-
this.
he's not
Every
gonna
other
pay.
resident here
Unless
has to pay their
somehow he's
sewer bill.
forced.
Yes.
And so when we just kept bringing
We
it back to
tried that
his
route.
responsibility, then he was pissed off and told us to get off his property.
Yeah.
So, we tried.
Set us straight.
I don't
Yeah.
think you should have to hand deliver him
It
anything.
doesn't matter, Chad.
Well, that's what he said he
I told
wanted,
him I
so
would
if she
do it.
wants to do it, let her do it.
I told
Okay.
him I would do it.
Okay, we'll get,
Going to
we'll,
his door and knocking and you won't answer.
we'll give it a try.
We'll give her a try, that's
Yeah, I
right.
told him.
So it'll be,
Yeah.
I'll put it in Ray's box when I do the rest of them at the beginning of the month.
Yeah,
Okay,
because he
and
blames
something
everybody,
else I
you
wanted
know?
to ask you, may I assume that everyone has the option? Do they have like a checkoff sheet or something where they could say, I would like my bill monthly or I want it annually?
They usually just call. I had a couple switch back to monthly this past April.
Okay, because what I was gonna suggest is if you have some type of a bulletin like that, you might wanna put that in that
In
envelope.
with, yeah.
Because the other thing he wasn't understanding, we tried to explain to him, is that there's a VA service officer up here at the American Legion the first Wednesday of every month.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that was a potential resource for him.
So now the bill that was in Ray's box today, that is his balance up until April 1st of next year. Because on April 1st of this year, he was charged the annual rate for this year.
Okay, so if we can just get one for, what is it, $22 a month,
24,
24?
yeah.
If we could just get a single bill like that, $24 for the month of July, I'll be happy to take it up to him
You
for,
got this,
you know, like I say, a couple of months. And so, I mean, the worst that can happen is he doesn't pay, right? And then we're gonna have to try to figure out what else we can do.
Well, I told him, the people.
Well, we're gonna have to put a lien on the property, that's pretty much the only way we can go.
Exactly.
Yeah, but anyway, I told him that people are suggesting to dig it up and, so I think that's when he got kicked off, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think the blocking it off idea is gonna work too well, cause I don't think Bruce
We
wants that
can't
running
do
into
that.
his backyard.
We can't do that legally anyway,
Yeah,
because of the fact that it would be exposing hazardous waste to
Yeah.
other individuals.
He got 4 dogs that come and bark constantly. You can, finally he came out to the edge of the porch and talked, but still, he got 4 of them little pug dogs that bark like a bugger.
I asked him if they were breeding dogs.
But,
He
so
said no.
anyway, the audit update, that's schedule right there.
How many steps are there that they gotta take to approve the grant money?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But I
Well, we're in the
don't know, I
first
think-
stage, so that's
I
good.
Hey,
think
Mark,
Mr.
if you wanna
Gergel
know.
has, the information,
Oh,
the
yeah,
printed
get on this
information for
thing
carrying
On
on.
that,
Yeah, that's what I
sure,
mean.
right, get that on your computer.
Sure link.
That'll get you right in,
first,
you'll know everything that got happened with this thing.
So they're not doing anything until
I
we're
gotta get on the
approved for
computer,
this
so
grant?
I don't have a computer, I just use my phone.
Whatever happened to the June
I can do
7th?
that. We're-
Yeah, that would, you'll
Deadline.
know what's going on.
That was extended, the June 7th deadline was extended because we were able to obtain
We're
an
gonna have a
accounting
meeting at
firm.
9:30 with the guy. It's gonna be over at Willie's house, is that where it's gonna be, at your house?
Okay, I'm trying to answer a
Oh,
question
okay,
that
I'm sorry.
Cheryl had first, and then I will address that, if that's okay?
Go ahead.
Okay, one of the big questions I have is they have not received any information from the township.
Right, and
And
we got that.
they're wanting to know why they don't have anything yet, because they've been asking for over a month.
No,
So,
I just talked to Rod on Monday, and so I let him know that we will be sending.
okay, but that's why they can't do anything until we get the information to them. And what they're wanting to do is to start putting things together and doing the recreation. Meanwhile, Mr. Vaughn has indicated that we have passed the first level or first process or whatever for obtaining the grant. How many additional there are, I have no idea. But he is working on that, so he's, and he also indicated that we have to have more information. What that involves, I don't know, but we
I'm
do
sure
have
there's
a
a lot, I
meeting
think.
set for next Tuesday morning at 8:30 at the house. Anyone is welcome to come
I got it.
that wants to participate in that. And he's going to give us additional information as to what it is that they need. And that's the most I can tell you.
Is it like a Zoom call that we can all Zoom in
No, they
on
just
our
phone.
phones?
Cheryl.
They just phone.
Oh, so it's just over the phone, it's not
In
over
the
the
future, if
computer?
you'd like, I can check in and see if they would do a Zoom call.
Yeah, because I would like to sit in on it.
I will check with them.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, as far as getting the stuff to Rod, we're gonna do that on Friday, right? Yeah.
Yep,
That'll be great.
yep. There's a.
Yeah, cause I was gone
For 2 weeks.
from the 8th until Saturday morning. And before I left, I checked the SureLink. And at that time, there was,
Nothing, just.
other than we sent the QuickBooks to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
that was-
Brooks
Yeah.
got that information. We
There-
appreciate
yeah,
him doing
there
that.
had, yeah.
And he's
there-
gonna, if he's still volunteering, help us download it into the
Yeah.
SureLink.
Yeah. But when Rod emailed Monday, I got back to him right away and said I was out of town, but now that I'm back.
And that's
we'll
what
get
I
rolling on
emailed
it.
him on Monday too,
Yeah.
when I talked to
Okay,
him.
great,
Yeah.
great. We just need to get it moving.
Yep.
Because that's one of the things that's going to affect our obtaining that grant. If they
Right.
can observe us doing our due diligence,
Right,
then
understandable.
we have a better option.
Understandable.
Okay, the action items. Reviewed, now this is for 1 week of fuel when General was working there. But we have one that Brent Iat signed for $50 for gas for the bulldozer.
Yeah, it's not my bulldozer. I had Alex Belmore fix up by the dam.
Huh?
I had Alex Belmore fix up by the dam where the old trough was that went to Whiten's kiln. They filled in now, so it ain't gonna be going down the
The
road.
water keeps going around and down the road.
But if you want to bitch about it, I'll
No,
just have him.
no, I
Alright.
just want to know. I'm not,
I say I'll just have him send in his hours that he had there. Then
yeah,
he did it for free. He just said cover my fuel. I said
yeah,
you got
okay.
it, man.
The next thing is, then we'll go and get gas 3 times.
How many
What did he do?
How many mowers do we have?
How
I
many?
know he filled up both mowers on
Huh?
a Friday. That's all I.
That was the day he was riding around on it when I came home from work picking up garbage.
Yeah. I think that
And you
was-
were supposed to monitor him, right? That's what the deal was, so.
Okay, and I took care of it.
What did he do? Ride around town?
I didn't see him doing it. I heard from Chad and I heard from Mark about it, and I talked to him about it.
Because other people said they seen him ride around town.
Yeah, on the 17th, that was the
And I
day.
took care of it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you don't gotta worry about it anymore.
so he's not working for the township no
He
more, right?
resigned.
Huh?
He resigned.
Yeah. Did he give a resignation?
Not yet. He's in Alabama.
Yeah. All right, so that was money.
This one that you're looking at that you got a question by is Jesse Danny.
Huh?
That's Jesse Danny. That's for a fire, that's gotta be for,
That's a fire
okay.
truck.
that's gotta be for the
Yeah.
fire truck.
Right.
Who's Jesse Danny?
She's on
Pat's
the,
daughter.
she's on the fire department.
She
now.
is our newest certified firefighter
Oh, yeah.
and the first female on the force.
Good for her.
So, yeah. when you
Okay,
see-
so yeah, so the fuel is taken care of then, right?
Yeah.
You- When you hire somebody to, when you watch them, if you should have fired them right there
What, fire him for what?
for riding around town with the lawnmower.
You can't just fire somebody for the first thing they do wrong. That's not how this works.
Oh.
I talked to him about it, and I can't fire anybody on the spot. It's gotta get brought to the board.
Yeah.
Nobody on this board can just fire someone.
Yeah, okay, thank you for that.
All right, well, you
Yeah.
asked, I told you.
Yeah.
And here, you're questioning his fuel bills on here. You think the guy doesn't own anything that takes fuel. You don't have a vehicle.
Can't drive.
That's why he's riding your lawnmower.
Yeah, obviously, I guess, but
And that's gonna be a red flag when we send this into the,
Well, I think the biggest issue is he was told when he was hired to not be on any motorized equipment,
yeah.
which is why
he
I got a hold of you right away when I saw him
and I
riding
talked to
around.
him about it, and I
Yeah.
took, like I said,
Okay, the, Board of Review, that's gonna be, at 10:30 on July 16th. There's only, Willie, what was there, one thing that they have to go through?
Yeah.
It shows that there's one petition on there. Is that-
Yeah, I don't, they just set for 15 minutes or
Yeah.
something, right?
Yeah, that's a short one.
Isn't it like an organization thing over there?
No, it's just
Is it just?
whatever comes up, but they just have one thing.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty standard in July.
Additional payment for the roof.
Sounds like we finally got some
Yeah,
resolution to that.
when I see that, when they sent me the email, that I emailed him and apologized to him for sending it to the wrong freaking place this whole time.
So here's what that was all about.
I know, I talked to him.
I know, but that's why we print it, look at it, so you,
I already know, I
You wanna look at it?
emailed the guy.
yeah. That's it, this is Sherman's.
So obviously, you're not the one sending the emails, but that's exactly what the emails say.
Okay, so anyway, all right, so we had, we got the thing from Cheryl, and we sent the bill in to him, and he paid, they're gonna pay it right away, I guess, without no
Yeah,
trouble.
this
But-
week.
But listen, here's the stinker. You said that you've been calling them, and he said you never.
I did not say I called him, I said I emailed, that's the difference. Do you call on this,
Yeah,
an email on a computer? I have never called him.
no.
I
Well,
emailed
that's what he
him.
said.
And I called, after I seen that you guys had his email, I emailed him and apologized, I was sending it to the wrong Tokyo Marine or whatever the hell it
Well,
was.
he said he never had no correspondence since March
Because he
20th.
was
He was sending it to the
sending
wrong
it to the
person.
wrong
Yeah.
person.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have got any of this money, so it really don't matter. You're getting the money back now. I got the first
Well, that's
33,000.
because there's a rider on the policy, sir. It's not because of any particular individual.
No, I'm just saying, if I wouldn't have who filed the claim for the roof?
Well,
Who filed the claim for the roof?
I don't know, Mark.
I did, because
Okay.
nobody else would. So we wouldn't have got any of that money if I wouldn't have filed the claim.
Was anyone else advised that there needed to be a claim filed?
Brett,
yeah.
Ray, Chad, Cheryl. They were all sitting right here.
I was supposed to take care of the clubhouse, that's what I thought.
He did.
But it didn't make.
But-
You think me and him don't talk all the
We
time?
brought it up at the meeting. And what did
He's
they
the one that
say?
got up there, took
Yeah,
it.
who went on the roof?
He's the one,
Who got the guy in the machine to put
Well,
the guy
all
on the
I
roof?
know, at the last meeting, you indicated that you continue to call, nobody
he
repeated.
didn't
never
say,
say
he
call.
You
didn't
need
say
to go
call.
back, you need to go back and watch it again, Mark.
He said email.
I
He's always,
emailed.
he's always said
The number
email.
said
Whatever,
You said
we're
the
getting the money
numbers-
back, so it
No.
don't really matter.
You said the numbers didn't work and no one called you back.
I did not say that.
No.
Go back and review, sir.
Yeah, he's lying.
Here, so
Don't matter.
this is about
We're
the,
getting the money, so.
The emails they sent.
Okay, it's done. Thank you.
Well, I suggest you review the information and then you'll know what happened.
Cheryl, here.
We already agreed on this one, didn't we?
That's about the dumpster for that hazardous waste. You know?
We already agreed on it.
I don't,
We didn't vote on it though.
I thought we did.
No.
Larry told us about it, but we didn't take any action on it.
So, yeah, so did you get another copy of that?
Uh-huh.
That was, some of it was from Jason at the township, the county.
Well, I'll make a motion to chip in on the hazardous waste
I
dumpster.
just got one question on there.
At a contribution of 200 or less.
Yeah.
There we go. That makes sense. Got it.
So anybody that got, stain or something like that, that you can't dump on the ground, or pressed stone, I guess, that would consider that. They're gonna have a dumpster, they didn't give us no date for that yet. And, so when they do that, then we'll put it in Luft's advertiser, so.
Where's that gonna be? Here? Harlesville?
It'll be at the county shed, I believe.
Yeah.
Up at the, on the.
Powers or
corner.
Stevenson?
That's what,
Powers.
at Powers was what Mr.
Already
Nebraska
got
told
one.
us.
Don't need it. Already got one. Don't need
You
it.
ain't got that yet.
Yeah, I do. It's right here.
Oh, you do? Did you get that from me?
No.
Here's yours, Sean. Just give you a little overview of how,
All right, well, let's finish the last thing.
Yeah.
I made a motion to chip in on the hazmat dumpster
I'll
at
second.
$200 or less.
I'll
I'll
second it.
second it.
Second by Ray.
I'll
All in
say aye.
favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, go ahead.
So this is about him boys, why they quit and all this other stuff. So you read that, you guys?
I talked to him, I called him.
I also called them. And none of this was said. Not one thing. The only thing that was said is they had a problem with Bob.
That's what, yeah, that's what they told me.
Yeah, none of this was said on here.
Well, they didn't mention no names, but the letter that they wrote, it was mostly about Bob.
And that's fine, they should have said something. If they have a problem with an employee, they gotta say something. We don't always like who we work with, you gotta do it sometimes. Plain and simple, stuff wasn't getting done. The oil wasn't changed, the blades weren't changed on the mower, there was no gas in the mower. Nothing was getting done. They were doing their job and it's like they were just, how many times do we ask them to change the blades?
How many times I asked him to blow out the water down there?
And then,
That's why he bought the new compressor.
so I sent Bob to do it. I said, if they ain't gonna do it, Bob will do it. And then that became a big thing.
I don't know what happened, I mean, I was always nice to them kids. I never really
They're good
dealt with them
kids.
much.
Never talked to them, they always did their job, all up until the end.
Okay, so this other one here where I'd like to see the time slips, like a couple of days before, so I can see who's charging what. Everybody that worked now for the 4th of July, and did I hear that right, that you guys are all doing, I mean, for the cemetery, after Memorial Day. I got lots of calls in, they cut the grass along the road and let the cemetery go. I said, I don't know.
I never cut one stitch of grass along, no road.
No.
Grass
But anyway,
never got cut.
Mark, I didn't say you did.
I'm
That's
just
what you
saying.
told me, you know? But that's what.
He was doing what he could do
In the
on his
time
own time.
that I had.
But see, the people don't know that. They call me and tell me all this. That's what I'm
He
getting at.
he did the front one night, he did the middle the next night, and he did the back the third night. Because that's the time that he had to do it.
And then according to the email that we
Yeah.
got,
Yeah, Joe see me go.
according to the email that we got from Ray and Willie, it was stated that the cemetery should be fine till after Memorial Day.
It would not have been good.
Which,
Like that.
I
I just
guess-
mowed it again last week and I had
It
two
was
lots I
not good.
couldn't. I didn't have time to get to
Still
because
looks
it
bad,
was.
Well, there was so much water standing.
Well, and that's, you know,
Yeah.
But thank you guys for.
But every
coming in
gas slip that I got will either say cemetery on the bottom,
Yep,
ball field,
Yeah.
community
No,
club,
that's for
or the pond.
and the next people that we hire too needs
I
to
put
do
it,
that
every time I
also.
got gas, I
Yeah.
put
sure.
it.
Okay, could,
Yeah.
is that a problem if I look at the time slips before?
Absolutely not.
Will you?
No,
No, that's
Bob, you
fine.
did it.
Okay.
We don't have anything to show you right now.
No, I know. Everything was free.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, whoever did the work.
Yes,
I don't know,
thank
you
you.
would you?
Brent,
I didn't
No.
cut any grass. I'm not
I didn't.
taking any credit
Prolovitz
for
helped me
that.
out Saturday,
Yeah.
Who did?
Jason.
Okay. No, thank you.
So we'll email you anything that comes up. Mark and they ain't on that sure link yet, but they're the only two, so that way there, when them guys from the state, they'll, tell us exactly what's going on, they'll know, you know?
It only takes, Mark, it
It
only
takes-
takes a couple minutes to
Yeah.
get in there.
It's so easy.
I got a comment on this. So it says instructing an employee to go to Menards and purchase another chainsaw since the same board member was using the original saw on their personal project. What would that be?
Yeah.
They advised us that you sent Andrew to Menards to buy a second chainsaw because you were using the primary chainsaw to cut boards to put on your building.
Oh, that'd be interesting to know. Why don't you go ask Johnny Johnson why it was blowing up?
Yeah,
And he rebuilt it.
it was that John.
That's why I sent them to Menards.
They told me
And there's a
that
paper trail down there too, so keep on with the lies.
He was
Should we
using a
make a
chop
motion on that,
saw.
till I get that or not?
They
You're
told
gonna-
us that there was
It's lies.
there was a point that the saw was not working.
The point, I told them to get a new one because it was blowing up. And if you'd like to know, they're missing because 2 of them are stolen, which magically disappeared,
How-
which we're reporting as stolen.
That's exactly why
Well,
we need
that's
to
a
get that
surprise.
garage secured.
Why was the garage open all the time?
Oh, I fixed that back door
What was
last
that?
month.
Yeah.
Well, in the back door, the door was open all the time.
Yeah.
The big garage door's open all the time.
Yeah.
These are just questions that you gotta ask before
No,
we.
no, it ain't,
Yeah.
the garage door ain't open all the time. The
Why
big
is
one, ain't there?
you put in the email, the leaf blower's missing, the chainsaw's missing. Yeah, they're stolen. Where did they go? All of a sudden miraculously, right after that email, they're gone.
Yeah, did you call the sheriff?
Well, yeah, we're gone. We have to
John has
get,
given me the numbers.
we gotta get the VIN numbers off of them and then report them as stolen.
Yeah.
Well,
So maybe
Well,
they'll
that's
turn
just-
back up again once they get reported.
Well,
okay,
and then just like the last one too,
okay,
what employee was assisting a board member with personal projects and
Yeah.
then turning it in to get paid by the township?
This I'd love to hear.
Yeah, 'cause I ain't never should no climbing.
No, it would be the employee.
Oh,
Would you care to share that one?
The only thing that's on there is what these young men shared with us.
Well, they never
Well,
shared
if
that
you're
with anyone
gonna, if
else.
you're gonna write something like
well, they
this
should be
and
here to
accuse
defend
it,
this then.
you need to,
And
it out
I
there.
will tell you, in regards to the email and the text message, I saw the text message. They were
okay.
calling the board. They indicated they had called every board member.
I have never got a phone call
They
from them
called
too.
a board member and asked about the situation with Bob. The text that they got back was, he's too dumb, I'm not gonna deal with him, call somebody else. I saw.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right. I said that.
Aren't you proud of yourself,
Yeah.
Dad?
Wait, Willie,
That's
where
really
are you in here?
pathetic. That's really pathetic.
When they called me, I said I would take care of it and make sure he is not by you guys anymore.
And they told me that you had said that, but then nothing happened.
Well,
They
I never
resigned 2
seen
days
him.
later.
I think he left after that.
They resigned.
Or
2
they
days
resigned.
la- They resigned 2 days after.
all right, hey, let's move
So my
on.
question is,
Well, no,
another reason why they quit, they said, because Ray, you guys couldn't pay them because of the audit. Why is that not put in here that Ray said that? Because that's true facts.
That's what they said.
So they
what
got
they said.
stressed.
We didn't have the money to pay them due to the
Who
audit.
said that?
Maybe in
That's what they
C,
said. You said.
Who didn't get paid?
Andrew and Gabe, when I called them on the phone, said something about how we couldn't pay them because of the audit.
Yeah, I never said that.
They were concerned about that, and I had
Okay,
told them
yeah,
that that
I
would
told them, I
not
said,
be an
Christ, we
issue.
got
I'm not accusing you of anything, I'm just
CD.
telling you what they
Yeah.
said.
No,
Well, no, we just need to bring this out in the open. If there's gonna be accusations,
Yeah, they're
Well,
gonna have
we
this.
should- if you're
Statement
gonna-
I never heard,
if you're gonna hand this
What's
out,
that?
about not getting paid for cutting the grass.
no, that
You know?
would have never happened.
I did.
Huh? Well, you didn't want to get paid,
That's because you're on
you
the
know?
board.
Okay, let's move on.
Well, just a minute.
Identify and sign a sheet for the township equipment. When they take that, here's a book here, and I'm gonna get one for the rest of, like a lawnmower, the power saws and everything else, I'll get one more. And that way there, this will stay in the truck, these will stay there. And as far as Jason goes, he can take several of these out of the pack and just so we got a file. So when if we ever get audited again, because after we get done with this mess, we're gonna be on the spotlight for.
What are them?
Huh?
What are the papers?
What
Those are
paper?
purchase orders.
That's the purchase orders.
I thought Belfie said he wouldn't sell gas ones if he had to do the paperwork on them.
You don't
He
have
did
to
say
do
that.
that.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to have that purchase order when you go get the gas.
Yeah, they'll be right down at the clubhouse here. You fill it out.
Right, but then he's gotta deal with that purchase order up
That's-
there.
No, you
No, he
can, you
doesn't.
can put exactly how many gallons you got on the gas and what it was
But
and
it
give,
shows
and give
right
them
on the receipt.
give them the pink slip, you know? And you sign for it, like you do. You
Yeah.
said you signed the
I
lawnmower,
put everything
everything else,
out,
fire truck,
use the
and,
gas for.
so that shouldn't be no problem, that's, I don't think so.
We'll just put some on Jason's.
I know it's a pain in the neck, because that's what I had to do to get this stuff, but that's how it is. So, is that gonna be okay, you make a motion to do that?
I'll make a motion.
Anybody wanna second it?
I'll second it.
I'll say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that's done. The issues with employees resigning,
We already did that.
that we did that, so that, yeah. Well, that's way down number nine, so. Okay, the Saxton, he sent in, who wants to cut the grass at the cemetery?
Yes, he did.
That other guy, he didn't, that I showed everything, he said, how do you send a resume in to cut grass?
Well, he works for Jerry,
Yeah.
that guy does. Is that
So-
Jerry's
so he-
there, Chad?
Yep. Jerry Hudusky.
Who else?
So how much is he gonna charge?
$15.50 an hour.
How much?
$15.50 an hour.
He uses his own
And he uses
machines,
his own equipment.
his own weed eaters,
Yeah. So we don't, monkey
And
with.
think about it, we were paying our kids $15.
and he does a hell of a job.
Yes, he does.
Okay, so we still need somebody to cut the grass around town?
I've got one for that too.
Yep.
So we'll have a motion to hire that
I
guy?
make a
Yeah.
motion, we hire
I'll
Jerry.
second
Hess.
it.
I'll say aye.
Aye.
Alright, so we'll do that. For the
That's a
sec-
weed eat.
Does he do like the burials and that too?
Yep.
Will he do that? Okay, I thought
Yeah.
so.
He does the burials too. He has Pedro do the ones in Nato.
Okay.
I told him
Okay.
we have one here, that digs here already, so.
Okay.
Well, for the
The
back.
burials, yeah.
And then for grass cutting, Matt Peters put his application in to come back.
So, ain't got nobody else.
He did a good job when he was here.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, he didn't. He went to the cemetery and I told him, I gotta cover up the graves. He never covered them up. I covered them up. And he,
Matt Peters,
huh?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh,
was it?
So I was covering up the graves and Chad, and who else covered up some, and then, so I go check Angie Malone graves, I showed him where it was. How do you get the topsoil? They had a pile of topsoil, which we gotta get some more of that now. Are you gonna have Strauss get that, or, you know? and
Well, we're
sand?
having a sexton.
So,
now, we
so,
wouldn't have
so
to
anyway,
do
he
all
never
that.
did nothing at the cemetery, and then he
I
never
know
did.
when he cut grass, he did all right.
Well, in his defense with the cemetery deal, he kind of fell into that job by default.
Yeah,
He was never hired to do that job.
Right.
and he doesn't like dealing with
There's a lot of people that are like that.
cemeteries.
Well, the residents don't bother nobody.
No, I know, but
No, but there's a lot of people that
But
there
there
are
is, there's a
people that have a
lot
hard
of people.
time, you
Yeah.
know, doing.
Yeah, well, okay, should we
The residents don't
make a motion to hire,
For the
what's his
township,
name?
Matt Peters.
Yeah, and are you gonna take care of him?
What rate,
Nope,
what rate do we want to
nope.
hire him at for the rest of the summer?
Like starting right over.
I can work with Matt, and if he needs help before the 4th, I can help Cause there's a lot of.
Well,
I
and
mean,
that
I
was
cut
the
what I
nice
can
thing is
cut,
that we can
I
help
try to
out.
keep up with it, but
Yeah.
before the 4th, this is gonna have to be cut a couple more times,
Oh my
for
God.
sure.
I've been cutting my grass every
You
week.
know.
Yeah, that's the only issue I had with him, because he just never did nothing.
Well, if he's willing to
And then he
just do
said
the
he quit,
township and
said he's
that, I would
going
say.
in the computer business, or back to do the computer, that's what he told me.
How about we give him 13?
Yeah.
Just start them out at that, and then
Start
after
out at
90
that,
days, we'll go
Yeah.
for
Well, just for the rest of the summer, and then we'll go
Yeah.
from there.
Right.
Yeah.
But if he needs help, and I have time, I'll help.
And
Cut
see if
until
he can
after the
start
4th.
immediately.
Community club update,
Wait. I'll make a motion
I'll
to
second.
hire Matt Peters at 13 an hour for the rest of the summer to cut grass. You'll second?
Yeah. And Jerry's gonna start right away too then?
I told him I would call him tonight through the meeting.
Now, do you've got Ruth's application for the clubhouse?
for the clubhouse, yeah, Ruth Shane. She had an application in before, but she sent another one in, but
Yeah, I couldn't find,
I'll give you that.
yeah, okay.
Okay, take it, so,
I've got it around here somewhere, I just don't remember what file cabinet I put it in.
so if somebody wanna make a motion to hire her?
She wants to do,
She
The
wants to
clubhouse.
clean the clubhouse.
Only the clubhouse now, right?
Yeah.
well,
Well,
down
the
here
upstairs,
too.
we
Yeah.
have to do both.
She
Yeah,
has to do the
upstairs,
upstairs and the downstairs.
yeah,
And that's just not out in this, out there, it's just in here. She's got a vacuum and
Yeah,
tie it.
they have to
up and
take
that.
care of everything else.
They do that, yes.
well, she.
And she does most of that stuff already.
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make
So
a
I
motion.
guess
How
the
much-
question would be then, is she going to resign as a volunteer with Capital Area
I doubt it.
for doing the volunteer, because that's what her hours are for with that agency, is for cleaning here.
Cleaning, not,
Why would-
not here though,
I don't think that would
Downstairs,
affect
yes.
anything.
not this room
No, not this room.
Yeah, she cleans this room,
though. No,
huh?
only,
Who
only
does?
for community action. Whoever the janitor is.
Oh, yeah, but she wants to do it now. She
Yeah.
wants to
Right.
clean the upstairs, she gotta clean the bathrooms.
If
and
she
the-
works for the
everything.
township.
If
it
she
would
works
be
for the township
upstairs
and this room.
downstairs.
Yeah.
Like this room,
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah,
right.
the township rooms,
Yeah,
not.
But she wouldn't have to give that up.
No.
no,
Right.
She'd
she-
have her
If it's
obligation
only
to
the
do that.
upstairs
she
and down here for
volunteers
the
that, she told
township,
me
yeah.
she volunteers that, you know?
Yeah, she
Well,
does,
I
she
make a motion to
volunteers.
hire her for the community club.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Right.
Motion carries. Okay, well, the community club, we got that straightened out, right?
Can you tell Jerry when you talk to him that we'll need a copy of his driver's license and social security?
Do we have a copy of his resume too, Cheryl?
Yes. Well,
No, we just have
We
a
have a
letter
letter
from him
with
right
it,
now.
Okay. So the sewer, we talked to that guy, traced us off, so is anything else gotta go on with the
Do
sewer?
you have a work order for that stuff that's relevant? No?
No, I've been so freaking busy, I forgot to even, we're not, you're not gonna do it till next year anyways. We're gonna hold off on that. As long as we don't get any more cracks in that panel.
So, Mark, can you give, that, what you call a bunch
Yeah,
of
just
this?
give
so
me him,
he
I'll
don't-
just put him in his desk down there.
Yeah, so you don't have to chase us down, you know?
And Jay, I'll just have him, I'll
Yeah.
just put him in his desk.
All right, yeah, otherwise they'll be in here, here's the book, put this in the truck. And I'll get one for the lawnmowers and everything else, so nobody, okay, now let's, anybody got a public comment here?
Hey.
3 minutes.
Right, you skipped over number 7, repair township garage.
Oh, yeah,
We didn't talk about that yet.
yeah.
we gotta get an estimate to get that garage fixed.
The roof especially, it's leaking
Yeah.
like a sieve.
Well, yeah, the bottom of the garage gotta be plastered, all them stones gotta be plastered up, and then strip it with 2x4s and put tin on there. That's the easiest way and the best way to make it look good.
First thing is we have to fix the roof first, see
Yeah.
what that's gonna cost, because that's gonna be, it's not gonna be cheap. When the ceiling tiles are falling in all over there, so she's leaking pretty good.
Well, Jason wanted that blocked off right straight, So,
Oh, Crowlitz for heat,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, so that's what we should have, you wanna send out estimate for that, and fix the roof, and plaster the outside, so it looks terrible. And then put 2 new doors on with keys.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna have the sheriff's report after for them power saws?
We just gotta get the
I
VIN
gotta
numbers
get
from
the numbers
Johnny,
from Johnny.
All right.
and then they're getting reported.
Yeah, because I mean, it was a free-for-all, you couldn't, but I see some tools in the tool cabinet coming, some is coming back. But,
That's because they're scattered all over the garage floor.
Jason, he was in the phone.
and then that way there, you could lock that whole thing right up, so nobody got a key for nothing but you guys, you know? Or whoever goes in there. Okay, so can we make a motion to get some estimates?
I'll make a
Yeah.
motion.
Steve's been working over there.
Yeah, I seen that.
I'll second.
I'll say aye.
Aye. You got that split application too, you gotta.
Yep, I've got it right here.
Okay, let's do that before we go.
Split application for Will Erickson. Buying some land from Lime Great Lakes.
Video?
Yeah.
That's gotta be.
So it is a motion on
Just
that?
a motion.
I'll make a motion, we
I'll
split.
second it.
Make a motion for what?
A split.
For this
Oh, yeah.
split application.
Can you put this in the
Is he
file?
leaving it in CFR, which I'm sure he probably is.
I don't know if you started the file. Well, here, I'll put it in there in the cupboard thing, so, because I got some other stuff I can put in there.
Okay.
Well, that's all this had of these filed, right? That's what you got on there?
Correct, it has all the pictures attached. We should have in the file if anyone comes back and questions that. That's for that additional money for the roof.
Yeah. So, thank you, Mr. Hyatt, for, getting me that picture, so I could send that in.
No problem.
Cheryl, thank you too, so we got, the check should be coming. In my name.
I doubt it.
How much was it for? Was it for
18.
18? I was gonna say 16.
I thought for sure they were gonna give us trouble.
No, they said they would, they just needed
What's the date today? That's
6/19.
6 months, 19, 24. Okay, just that one?
Just that one. All right, now you can do your public comment time. We're caught up.
Okay. 3 minutes.
I'll go first. Okay. One of my comments is on the credit card issue, a suggestion of who's gonna hold the credit cards and who's gonna be allowed to charge on the cards.
Anybody that goes to Menards or if they have to keep
Okay,
something.
so it's not only the board members, it could be employees.
No,
No employees?
no, the board members have to, you're the ones that go anyway, right?
No, sometimes employees have to go by, you know, if we're working.
Well, if you authorize
Yeah.
somebody to go get something with the truck.
Well, the suggestion that I have, if you are gonna have employees charging with a township credit card, I'm not sure how the board members apply, but you should have a policy that they know what they're responsible. If they go and charge something that they weren't supposed to, that they could have repercussions back to them. It's a policy just like any other type of
Yeah.
employee.
Yeah,
That's a strong suggestion, because,
See,
you know,
I
you
like
can
the
take
way-
it out of their paycheck, or you can take them to court, this is not allowed. They have to sign that they are aware of this.
And see, and that's what they do when they go to Menards, whoever goes to Menards, they write it up, you know, the receipt, it shows what it's for, who did it, and the person
Right.
signs for it. It works fine.
Yeah, as long as that Menards, they could keep it the way it is.
I don't see a need for a credit card, I'm sorry.
But
the only
when you
thing
wanna
is we
order
got a
stuff
paper trail, I
that's
mean.
not
they-
at
Well,
Menards,
well,
And that's
it's a pain in the
understandable.
rear.
But what, if you really want one, they got reloadable credit cards.
Right, just put so much
You
on
know,
it.
put so
Yeah.
much on it if it's gonna be, but that's a pain in the ass.
I really
Get
strongly,
a Menards card.
well, and that's,
Yeah, but we don't need one at Menards because,
That's where you buy most of your stuff.
Yeah.
right, and their names are right on the,
Then you get 2%.
yeah, all you have is.
but
the number.
whatever you end up doing, you should have a policy.
11% and 2%.
Oh, I agree with you.
And you also, with a purchase order, that's a good thing, because you can put what part it went to, there's a lot of information that you can put on a purchase order. My other suggestion is we use purchase order books, that can be looked back easier, because you have a copy that stays in the book, a copy that goes with the bill, and then a copy that, like an extra one for whatever you want.
Hey,
But,
Yeah, did we get a bill for this yet from the journal, that's who printed these? So we could do, we could punch a hole in there.
you could,
right?
but, I mean, you can buy them in books, and they are numbered, and then you know what book was issued to who. Like if somebody is doing just maintenance,
Yeah,
but what we use it for is a lot of reference to parts and when things were bought. As far as equipment, any equipment that has a VIN number or a serial number should be on a list of assets
that's what we're.
with
gonna
that
ask
number
for,
on
too.
it.
Ours
Just
has
should be in
everything
a
on there,
file,
and
and
we
these,
do
you know,
that.
so,
Can I
a
respond to
suggestion?
Carol? Can I respond to Carol? What I wanted to say, Carol, is according to the MTA, they are recommending that we would have to have appropriate protocol in place prior to issuing a credit card. There would be specific members or board members or employees that would be allowed to use that.
Right.
And the other thing is, that would be reconciled every single month, everything accounted for.
Yeah.
And if
Are you
there's
doing
something
that
that they
now?
purchased that should not have been
Right.
purchased on that card, it's
That
their
reconciling
responsibility.
at the end of the month.
And you do the same thing with accounts payable with invoices and purchase orders. Personally, we use both at the trust plant, and sometimes if you get a lot of purchases, credit cards can be, they're time consuming, and you have to go through each one, and sometimes it's not always a detailed, you know, you have to match up everything with them
Right,
too.
but I mean, for
But
like,
they'll be going in with the purchase order and the credit card, so that would match up. And the purchase orders are numbered. So, yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
There was one other thing that I wanted to bring up. We were discussing at our meeting with the Sportsman's Club, and I believe our Sportsman's Club is one of the most generous clubs around as far as with the kids and with our community. And I was told that the township is not allowed to cut any of our grass, even if we were to pay part of it.
No, I never brought up, the thing you said that, because I was gonna say that tonight, that we would, because I was gonna take the mower up and put gas in it, because we mowed it we mowed everywhere 4 or 5 times this year, you know.
Right, I mean, we actually paid for the trees that went in the cemetery last year. We never asked for reimbursement for them.
No,
We
just in
paid
that
that
one
bill.
email, it said the Legion,
the Legion,
Museum, and the Sportsman's Club should have to take care of their own grass.
right, because like the Veterans of Foreign Wars, or whatever they call that place, they cut their grass.
Yeah, but they have
Right.
people that are capable
Yeah,
and
where
able to
the-
do it, you know, the reason why I cut it before Memorial Day, because those like.
The IXL had come and asked us to do it.
Right.
Well, ours borders so closely that where is the line?
Carol, I don't see a problem with it.
I mean, I'm just asking, because, I mean, we're willing,
No, I mean, we should
Well,
have to
the
pay
thing
for some gas.
is, the thing is that the mowers get beat up, and then we gotta fix them, and
well, and I'm not saying we should do it for
And
free.
part of being in an organization, everybody likes to get in there and hey, let's grab our lawnmowers from home and cut the grass. And that's why you wanna join the club, I think, right?
Well, I think what you're referring to, Carol,
No
was
comment?
a potential recommendation if we were going to have issues with having someone hired to mow.
I mean, I'm not asking for you to maintain the facilities, but to mow around the building, we can do the trim work. But I'm just saying, we can work together. I mean, to me, that makes more sense. But that's up to you. If you insist that we mow it, we will do our own.
Try it.
But we
and
will
see how it
also
works out.
remember in the future, because it goes both ways
I know,
as a club. I mean, just saying.
yeah.
Carol, how much property is at the sportsman club?
I'd have to look at the
0
map.
point.
There's not much lawn.
Does it really matter that much?
It's not
if we
even an
cut-
acre.
I
We have
don't
to
know,
go all the
I
way
don't
around
wanna fight
it.
about
Acre
it.
is
I mean, either they're
Not even an
gonna,
acre.
we could offer to pay for it, or we can do it ourselves.
I'm
But
just, no,
I'm just
saying-
trying to be, you know, I mean, I'd like to know, because,
ever since I've worked for the township, even when I was summer help, we always cut that
And
grass.
I was just gonna say, since
So I
I've
don't
been
know
on
what
the
the
board.
big
we
deal
always
is now
cut
all
it.
of a sudden with.
you know, I
Well,
mean,
the
we
big-
can start, we can do what we do on our property.
Right.
So then the music for the band will go on the Sportsman's Club property, because we pay the insurance for the band there. I mean, there's a lot of little, you
I
can
know,
go.
I
So
know.
I'm just being, I guess
Well,
I'm
we
just
put
trying
out
to be
for the
fair.
4th of July celebration is a lot of money. Before
We have to
even
pay for the
start
band,
here.
the bouncy houses, extra insurance, I mean, the
Beer license.
beer license.
That's,
It all comes out of our earnings,
right,
of
and
what
you're,
we
and you're doing a
fundraise.
good job, and I thank you for that, so,
But a little bit of lawn, I don't think is that much to ask.
yeah.
I make a motion that we
And
make
I'm usually the
everything
one
the
who does
same.
it.
That's all I'm saying.
And
We'll do our own, it's not.
There's not much to cut there. We've been
1
doing
acre,
it for
that's pretty much.
years.
But then the car club is gonna say they want theirs cut, and
What
that's
does the
what-
car
The
club
car
pay
club
for?
has
Huh?
nothing.
What does the car
That's the
club
buy
pay
and
for?
sell.
Nothing.
For the township?
But Dave
For their
said,
community
like,
events?
Dave and Bunny are taking care of that,
Okay.
We
the
cut it.
field.
Huh?
We cut it. yeah.
Dave and Bunny are taking care of the field
The
where the
car
car
club?
show is.
And why did we start doing that? Remember, because the IXL, they couldn't find anybody,
Couldn't
they didn't have
find
a mower
anybody.
for a while, everyone that was in it was up in age, so we started doing it,
Yes.
Yeah.
to help them out.
And
I don't
we
think
say
that's
that
Same thing with the
Legion.
Legion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
I say we leave it all the same.
But the VVA has people that can cut the grass and they have to, you know.
Anyway, Cheryl, I second your motion.
Thank you.
What's the motion?
She made a motion that everything stays the same and we continue cutting the grass.
So, so you're gonna cut the grass for,
The club, sportsman's club.
Yep.
and not the car club?
They can come and talk to you about it.
If they want to talk to us about it.
I'm just asking
If
upon,
they have
for the
somebody that
Sportsman's
they have
Club.
doing it.
Well, right now, David and Bunny are
Yeah, we
taking care of
did
it.
it, because before you know it, it would've been this tall, looked like shit for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was that 1 year, and that was Barbara's son, and she was the president, but he didn't cut the grass.
Instead of a brush hog, you use a mower.
Yeah.
That's a 501(c).
Yeah, all right.
Not really
Well,
private.
let's move
Hang on
on.
1 second. What
We
was
could
that?
not donate to the rescue squad anymore because we didn't get a return on our money, basically. That's why when I was supervisor, we used to give the rescue squad $1,000 towards their insurance every year. We were notified we could not do that with taxpayers' money because it's considered private property. We cannot spend taxpayers' money on private property.
Yeah.
That's what we were told. That's why we didn't donate to the rescue squad anymore.
Okay, that makes sense.
And you're not in that rescue squad, nobody's no more? Yeah, that's something else, different topic. So,
So is the
all right.
storage locker, weren't you mowing by the storage?
That's VDA. Somebody.
Well, I had Brett take the brush hog and
Yeah.
cut that middle swath out of there so
Right.
it looked like
So,
shit.
it was, and then I talked to Joel Schultz, who owns it now, and his tractor that he has broke down.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know if that was a township property.
No,
That's all.
I asked them to go do it because it looked like crap,
Okay.
because they could cut in
So the-
between there.
so the VDA can't say we never did nothing for him. We cut that, so
Okay.
it's half and half, I'd say. I don't
Well,
know.
and I remember last year too, the township employees were cutting, like going out toward our house.
Cut
our
along the
houses.
road.
They were cutting alongside the road, they were cutting in your little, you know, like where my mailbox is, I got that
Yep,
other
yep.
type
Cutting
of
trees
property.
down.
They were cutting
Can't do
that,
that
they were-
either.
that's not township property.
That's all private.
And that's all private, and I know, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it last year about it, but
So Mark, you're gonna work with Matt then to let him know what needs to be mowed and what
Yeah.
doesn't need to be mowed?
Yeah, because I know him, I mean, he doesn't say a whole
Right.
lot, so, yeah. All the blades and everything got changed, all the mowers and everything, so they're, no, they're gonna go.
Anybody else? have
Yes,
any?
I do,
Gail?
thank you. Okay,
Oh, she's putting her glasses on.
I got it, right? Okay, to all the board members. Once again, it has come to my attention that the board has received yet another communication from a Ms. Clover requesting that I be removed immediately from the Hernsville Housing Board. It reads as follows. I am requesting the immediate removal of Gail Pavlon as a tenants board representative on the HHC board for her repeated false allegations against me that resulted in an eviction against me from the HHC. On March 13, 2024, the HHC signed an agreement with me dismissing every and all accusations filed against me. Pavlon has also filed a false police report that was also dismissed. Her continued harassment more than adequately covers the requirements to have her removed. Well, first off, the reason for the eviction proceedings had nothing to do with me. I did not initiate the eviction, or was I involved in any way for the reason behind it. Apparently, my voting against accepting her terms didn't agree with her, so she is trying to retaliate against me. Second, the police report I filed was not false in any way, and it was not dismissed. It was not a part of the eviction. It was done privately along with 2 other people. It was done because of her continued harassment towards myself, David Malone, and Lori Britton. She was interviewed by the officer and suggested not to continue with the disgusting and very disturbing emails. It had nothing to do with the housing, and I was not on the board at the time. It was a very personal and private nature that I was not going to tolerate anymore. She needs to come forth in writing with a list of the accusations she is accusing me of. I feel that would be fair, and I'm the one continually being harassed by her. That's all I got to say.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you,
first of
Gail.
all, you wanna
No,
comment?
go ahead, I got nothing to say.
Everybody thinks the supervisor can go around and fire anybody. It's not true. I can't fire nobody on that housing board. And they do that so because say if I was a supervisor, I didn't like you, I could fire you. So that's why the board makes the decision if anybody got to be fired. But to keep saying it's my job is crazy. And I don't even pay attention to the housing board. If I appointed them, sorry, nobody else applied. So that's it.
And look at, she's not even here to, I mean, she wrote all these accusations and all these things, and she doesn't have the balls to come here.
I just wanted it put out here
Did she
so
know
that
it was
everybody,
gonna
no,
be
hey,
going
one more, I still got my
I'm sure
3
she
minutes.
did. I mean, why wouldn't
Why-
she
why-
say?
I still got my
Yeah,
3
sure.
minutes.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Gail.
sure.
Excuse me. I just wanted it put out there so everybody understands the situation and knows what it's all about. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gail.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gail.
But everybody putting their hand up.
David?
Just a comment on what just happened here. Some of these people might not know, she already went to the board a week ago and wants Kelly Plunger removed from the board.
That's right.
She's done this for the last 9 years. I'm done saying what I said? That's
As
it.
far as I'm concerned, we could have the Pope on the board and she would still find some reason to have it dismissed.
And I think HUD should take care of the problem,
I
not
said the same thing.
us, you know, I mean,
Exactly.
'cause there ain't enough people that's interested in that whole thing to even come in and do something, you know? Willie, I think you're the
She's just-
only one.
responding to what was sent to you.
Yes.
That's all it is. We're not asking you for anything.
No,
Right.
not asking for nothing, I
Yeah.
just want it
Just
out
put
there.
the paper trail out there, she's just responding to it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Well, thank you for coming. Okay, what,
I would also like, I would like to thank, Garbage Day, the two trustees that were out there working their butts off.
And
trying to
Joey.
clean this
And
up.
Joey, the bounty,
He helped
And
us a
yep,
lot.
him too.
those three.
Did it rain?
Yeah, I believe that they deserve it, thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you
For
guys.
cleaning up this town.
Thank you, gentlemen.
It wouldn't happen if it.
In the rain and the
we get
mosquitoes.
it
Yeah.
away.
The housing goes for 2 mattresses yet. On Friday, I'll have Lori write a check. I give Chad the money for the other 2.
Okay.
She'll have to write a
I
check.
see they filled up really fast. Holy
Well,
moly.
luckily we had Travis come order with his front end loader and push it down, otherwise we'd have had to get another one.
And the community looks so forward to it.
Yeah.
The community loves
I gotta
it.
fix that TV up that's up there.
You wouldn't believe the goodies that go up there every year.
so has anybody else got any comment? Paula?
Yeah, I have a remark here about this Hermansville Inquirer I keep seeing at the post office. Willie's comments, I think is crazy. It's putting nothing but stress, added stress onto everybody else in this town. And write it down, Willie. Spell my name right. But I think it needs to stop. I mean, all this odds and ends, I mean, even this here. Truth does not mind being questioned and lie does not like being challenged. I mean, all kinds of goofy stuff. And it's like you're causing unneeded stress to the town. Just let everybody do their jobs and quit. My goodness, when are you ever gonna stop? And it's not just the town board. You're causing trouble over housing, you've caused it with the Legion. I mean, it goes on and on. Stop. Just stop and let our town go back to normal.
As far as the housing goes, they're supposed to send us a copy of what's going on so we can put it in our files. I called her several times, she don't even, she said, I'll do it next week. And I've been doing this for 2 years also, you know, so,
I never heard of them having to do that.
huh?
Bob, did they ever do that when you were supervisor?
It's public
They don't
information.
have, it is public, but they're
Go
not
over there and get
required.
it.
But the
They're
meetings
not
are open
required,
to the
yeah.
public.
Exactly.
Well, you come to
It's
us,
not up to Lori to send us
Listen,
something.
no,
No, can I finish
Mary
talking?
Hudson never gave us anything.
Mary, yeah,
And if we asked her for anything, she showed up here with a lawyer.
yep. Yep.
Yeah.
It is not up to Lori or the.
Bob knows.
Yeah.
well, anyway, so I mean, that's how it was, it was a different group of people working with, they had no problem, and the housing thing, there should have been some housing information in that room. But I mean, everything,
Why? It's
throw
all
out
over
everything.
at the housing. Why would
No,
we have
No,
some?
there's some here.
So, no, since we started it, how do you think we got the, you know, and I was very instrumental in getting that done. And, so the reason why here, okay, so now we're gonna put Gail's information on there, so if somebody wants to know what are you there, trustee or?
Yes.
Yeah, so they can see what's all entailed and how much trouble she makes or how much problem she solved. It should all be documented. That way there, if somebody else wants to take the job, this
But
is
see, all
what,
them emails only go to you.
I don't even get that.
Yeah, you get them from Jeanette. I didn't get the one from that was sent
Oh,
about Gail.
yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's what she's talking about, that's what this whole thing is about, is
Yeah,
them emails.
yeah, well, that's your girl, not mine, you know. But anyway, so adjourn the meeting?
What about chip sealing over there?
Who?
What
I got a question, I was just wondering if we had any further information on the road project, 579.
July 22nd, they told, that's what Blonick told me, they'd be out there somewhere around then.
In July,
July 22nd?
yeah, that's what he said, yeah.
Haven't heard anything further on the, you were discussing that last month meeting about the possibility of the county was looking at re-blacktopping 388 from Axel Drive to Faithorn. Is that something that's a...
Well, they're still trying to get the money to do it.
That's a grant application.
Yeah,
Is that?
it's iffy, but it's possible, you know, it all depends how much everybody, you gotta figure how many trucks go through there, log trucks and stuff, and, you know,
I also saw in there,
They're gonna chip seal that frickin' Meyer road again.
Yeah, there's a lot of trucks go on that road.
And I said, this will be the third time they're throwing it in the ditch.
That last
What?
couple of years.
That's not, we're not paying for it though. Township's
They're
not.
going from the highway all the way down at least? Really?
Put the top of it, which I can see by like Bootsy's houses and them, but that hill, it just keeps blowing out on that hill every time we quit. There's gotta be a spring or something.
There's a spring there.
There's a spring
Right.
there. There is.
Well, I could see if you went from like, before Bob and Bootsy's maybe,
There's a
to
spring. It's been
the
like that.
end,
Like
Yeah,
that
fix
for
through
that.
that frickin' hill.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Since I was a little
Anyways.
girl, it was always.
I had saw on their paperwork for this countywide road millage that they're going for,
Yeah.
that they've got on their plan that goes with that, N1 road from the Frenchtown corner down to NATO
There you
on the plan for 2028.
That's bad, that
go. Yeah, cause they just did 34 road, that's all
Yeah.
blocked up the last 2 days, so.
Yeah.
So,
But that's only if that passes, I
Right.
guess.
Yeah, so, anyway, so, Alan, your road is gonna be done, hopefully by the end of July. And they might go right over that new road with a little fresh coat too, he said, he'd see how things go. So that's about all, I got. Anybody else? Anybody
Yes, I
else
do.
anything to say?
I say, there's no reason that I cannot ask for clarification on issues. If everything is on the up and up, there should be no issue with that. Information in the post office, it's a public domain. Information can be published there.
If it's
Can I
correct.
ask a question? Why do you feel the need to do that? I feel like you are trying to divide and conquer.
No, I am not.
Absolutely.
You are trying.
Absolutely.
You're in the pot.
And I've heard this from the community. Now, I'm not just saying about, because I don't even go to the post office and read them. I couldn't even tell you what you say in them. Yeah, I get it all back from people in the township that is like, what are you up to? What are your reasonings behind this?
And let me share with you, a
Yes,
lot of
please.
people in the township are saying thank you because they're realizing that everything that happens in this meeting is not put in the
It's
minutes.
on,
And
it's on the
everyone
computer
does
now.
not have access to the video, everyone does not go in and watch it, and they should not have to do that. Whatever is in the written minutes of a meeting is what is determined to be legal. That's all that happened in that meeting.
In all the history of Hermansville, the township meetings were plenty for everybody.
Well,
The meeting minutes aren't to vandalize or discredit people.
exactly, and that's
But that's
exactly
what you're doing.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That
Yes,
is
you
exactly
are.
what
Yes,
you're
yes,
doing.
you are.
You are making Mark look like an ass, Brenton look like an ass, and the only one that's shining in here is Ray. And that is because you're doing his job.
The reason why me and
Everything, every email we get, and I appreciate the stuff that you're doing with the audit. I appreciate wholeheartedly. But all the other bullshit that you're doing is ridiculous.
That's what it is.
It's
That's what it is.
It is ridiculous.
Don't call it anything else.
There is no need for it.
You're nothing but a fucking troublemaker. That's all you are.
Chad,
I don't see,
I got more to say.
I don't see the reasoning behind it, I guess is what we don't understand.
Who's paying for those?
Okay,
Who's paying for those?
She
Does
is.
the
I
township?
am.
She
My
is.
toner,
You-
my paper, my
Okay.
gas,
Okay.
everything. Don't worry
Well, the
about it.
Hermansville Inquirer.
I'm not
This
charging.
is nothing but lies.
I
Wipe
hear,
your ass with
I hear all the time,
So-
wow, that woman's something else.
now let's
Okay.
stop.
So what are you trying to gain out of it?
Well, let's adjourn and then we can let her have it.
There.
I motion to adjourn.
I second
I
that.
still have 3 minutes for comment.
No, you don't. You've talked for 10. You're
No,
done.
I haven't.
Yeah, you have.
Any emails that comes from.
I don't give a fuck what title you
They
have.
don't
You're done.
come from Mr. Gerber. And I like how you dumbed him down a little
Bye,
bit to
Bruce.
make it sound like he came from.
See ya, Bruce.
But we know it didn't. So I guess my question to you is, what are you gaining out of all this? What is the purpose behind it all?
Well, here's the thing, what Willie.
You didn't burn the bridge, you nuked it.
Is there, are we?
And there's no coming back.
We're adjourned.
You fucking slander me every goddamn month, If you were a man, I'd punch your fucking lights out.
Go for it, yes, we'll go for it. Come on.
Beyond,
Go back where you fucking came from.
she's gone beyond,
Can you hand up?
beyond.
She's had this.
Yes, he has.
Thank you, Chad.
Go fuck yourself. I'm done talking to you.
Thank you.
Hey, you're not stuck here.
Yeah.